There are likely to be a lot of organizations out there that think they have a positive digital culture, that everyone's hunky-dory and happy with the way that digital tools are used in the organization. They are more than happy to log in out of hours. They don't mind if they need to check their emails while they're on holiday. They think that everything is great with the way that the company is run and the digital solutions being used are working. But is this just something that we can decide without truly knowing? So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to really understand what your current digital culture is. So not measuring your digital culture is a bit like not measuring your financial results and going, the business is doing great. We're making huge amounts of profit. I'm going to guess that we've probably made about £10 million of profit this year, and never looking at your figures, just pulling that ballpark figure out because it's a bit of a feeling. Everything feels good. Yeah, we've definitely made loads of profit. Let's just pull a nice ballpark figure out from wherever we can find it in our brains. But without actually looking through our accounts and working out exactly how much profit we've made, it's a bit silly, really, isn't it? You know, it's highly unlikely that you could go to an investor and they go, how much profit did you make last year? You can go, well, I'm probably going to guess it's around 10 million. I'd say the business seems to be doing well. So I'm going to go with a ballpark of 10 million. They're going to tell you where to go. They're not going to invest. So you get my idea. To know is to measure. And without measurement, we don't truly know. And so any company that says we have a really positive digital culture, our employees are really happy with the way that we're using different digital solutions, is to guess. It's not to know. So how can we truly know? Well, one tool you can use to truly know is an employee survey, particularly an anonymous one. And this one could be fully dedicated to digital culture. So this employee survey would look at things like how overwhelmed employees feel with different digital tools that are being used, whether they feel that digital tools are distracting them through their working day, whether they feel that digital tools are helping them be productive or are hindering their productivity, whether they log in out of their contractual work hours, whether they're checking emails out of their contractual work hours, whether they're doing that on holiday or not, how they feel about doing that, what their stress levels currently are, and so on. There are so many questions you could ask around this to gain a better understanding. And the idea of it being anonymous is that no matter who the employee is, they feel comfortable in going, yeah, I am checking emails out of hours. And no, I don't want to. And yes, it's taken me away from my family. And no, I wish that wasn't the case. And yes, I feel really stressed. And no, I don't feel like I've got a good work-life balance as a result. But it's very hard for them to come up to you and talk to you about this in person because they might just think, that's just how we do it in this business. And if I say I don't want to, then they might replace me with someone else who's prepared to. So we can only truly know when we ask. Why is that really important? Because if we say we've got a great positive digital culture, but we haven't, there's a real disconnect there. And the disconnect can lead to dissatisfaction, disengaged employees. Also, it could be that productivity is actually a lot lower as a result of digital solutions rather than digital solutions improving productivity. So we can highlight it as, looking at even individual digital tools that are being used and their impact on productivity in the workplace. We can also use it as a way of looking at things like digital burnout, digital stress, digital overwhelm, digital distraction, and gain a fuller understanding of the current scenarios around that. Because once we know, once we've measured, once we've understood the current situation, we can then make improvements. And maybe over time, we can do a survey again and see if those improvements have made a difference. We can also look at if we make improvements, if we make changes, is that actually impacting the output of the business? Is that impacting stress levels in the business? Is that impacting productivity? So we can start to measure against other metrics within the business to see actually, is it making a positive impact overall? But again, without measuring, how can we do that? We're just kind of pulling out things that go, oh, let's try this, let's try that. But we don't know the outcome because we don't know where we were when we started. So I've actually worked in employee surveys. It was my first business. So I've been running an employee survey business now for 14 years. And so I do employee surveys for businesses. So if you would like to understand your current digital culture, then absolutely do send me an email, drop me a message. If you head to my website, samflynn.co.uk, you'll find all my contact details on there. And I can help you out with this. And then once you've got that understanding, it's then how do you improve your digital culture? And I have a workshop for that. So I have created a workshop for organizations all around improving and creating a positive digital culture. So once you know where you're currently at, you can then look at ways in which you can improve that. You can also do that the other way around. So it might be better to start with the workshop and understand what a positive digital culture looks like, then understand and take a survey on where you're currently at, so you can see then how to implement different things within that workshop. So I'll pop the link to the workshop below as well, because I think this is a really, really important part of businesses now. We're using digital solutions every single day. And in some businesses, it will be every single minute of every single day that people are working. And the problem is it's going beyond that as well. It's going outside of working hours, because we can log in at home. We can log in from our phone anywhere in the world, so we have always got work with us potentially. So it's really important that we gain an understanding of this. And without a doubt, I'm a huge believer that this really does impact workplace productivity. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever considered doing a survey to understand the current position in your organization on what your digital culture is? And if you'd love to learn more about digital culture, then I have a free download for organizations and helping them understand digital culture and how to improve it. I will pop a link to that in the description as well. Take care.